ones.
Mm-hmm.
They're cute.
Oh, they're cute.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't think of them off the top of my head, so I'm like,
Yeah.
is it going Nick?
All right, we're live. What's up, everybody? You know what it is. Nooner Nation podcast for Nooners by Nooners. And yeah, been another week in the books. What is it? First week of March now. Kind of on an Olympic
Mm-hmm.
hangover. But, and also, oh, my, I'm going to sound weird tonight. About 3 hours ago, I was like just doing stuff around the house and started feeling like shit. I think I got a sinus infection coming on because our weather is bipolar as fuck right now.
Oh, dude, my fucking tree is blooming. I'm like, that feels super duper early. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
like so today the low was 14 and the high was 71.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that'll do it.
So like, ugh. So I'm on some Sudafed right now, and I woke up with like Mount Vesuvius on my face for the first time in probably 15 years. I don't know where that came from, but that was fun to deal with at work. Everybody just staring at it.
Don't look at me.
Mm. No, it was like was that Austin Powers movie with Freddie Savage? He's got that mole.
Yeah.
Mole, mole,
Molly, Molly, Molly,
money,
Molly.
money, 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 money. Mm. But yeah, so what's new with you, Charlie? Anything?
Uh, man.
Or I guess anything you feel like sharing to the audience, I should say.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, Not that I can think of, other than I got this fucking rad, like wooden ship decor to
Oh
put above
yeah.
my
Yeah, you sent me a picture of that.
fireplace.
I was trying to find like a really good GIF for it because I'm pretty sure those flags are like the British
I think
imperial flags.
I don't know. I kept trying to look for it, and the closest thing I could find was like Spanish
Is that
ships.
what it is? It's a white background with like the red cross across it.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing I could think of was either, I mean, that's the flag of Britain, not the Union Jack that everybody thinks of, because that's the entire United Kingdom.
Well, it was like the like an Iron Cross look, like if you
Yeah.
remember
So
the Steam brand Independent.
is that like the Roman Empire, or not the Roman Empire, like the Catholic Church, like because you see that all the time for like Crusader stuff.
Right.
It's a
That's why I think like
Bloom says a
Spanish.
Templar flag, so that would be like crusading Catholics, right?
Muslims.
No, a Templar flag would be the Christians in the crusade, right?
No, no, no. They were. Oh, I'm sorry. I
They
thought
were
you were like
fighting them. They were
they were
fighting the Muslim.
killing.
They were
And I was like,
killing
no, they were
Muslims.
killing Christians. They were killing. Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood what you were saying.
No, yeah, they were killing those dirty heathens. Just like we are now. But we're not going to get into that. But yeah, yeah. You sent me a picture of that. It was pretty dope. But around here, nothing new. Got a hockey tournament I got to go to this or next weekend, so a week from tomorrow. That should be pretty cool. It's in Minneapolis. Our boy C Hapes said he might try to make it out to see one of my kids' games while we're there, so that'd be cool. I've never actually, though I've talked to him a lot, I've never actually met him in person. So
Yeah.
the one time when I went up to Minneapolis to do an episode of Jack Sesh, he was supposed to come out. And then like that day he texted me and said like his dad had like a stroke or something, so he couldn't make it, which is understandable. I'm not worried about that, but yeah, it'd be cool to see him. Um, our girl Holly Hardass might come to see a game. We're not sure yet. So,
That
but
would be
yeah,
a lot of fun.
yeah, it should be a good time. I just hope I don't get roped into coaching the damn thing because I've been coaching his team all year this year, which is cool. I like it. Um, it's fun, but I also would like to just like sit in the stands and watch him play as opposed to worrying about how he's playing and worrying about
Yeah,
how
it's
the
way
rest of
more
the team's playing.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like you should coach if you have the desire to coach, not
Yeah.
being voluntold.
And also, I mean, well, it turned into one of those things like the very first game he had this year. They're like, oh, hey, like, can you help us, like, because he's in 10U, so like 9 and 10-year-olds. They're not big enough to like do what hockey players do during shift changes and like go over the boards. You have to open the door for them.
Mm.
So like, oh hey, can you help like just help with the door? I was like, yeah, sure. And that turned into me becoming out of nowhere like the offensive coach for the team. And I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't play hockey. Like, you're good. Like, okay. The only thing I could see is if I'm not coaching, I'm gonna be in the stands like wanting to run down to the bench and tell my kid, like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, I mean, that's different if you're just talking to your own child.
Oh no, I'm talking about like this tournament. I doubt since it's in Minneapolis, there's going to be many more higher qualified parents to coach the teams than me because honestly I know a little bit about hockey, but enough to like coach a couple like Des Moines 10-year-olds how to kind of play.
Exactly.
Pretty much saying like pass and skate. It's like the two things I say. Just pass and skate. What is it going to be? Yeah, but I just know I'm going to be in the stands and he's going to like do something stupid. I'm like, what the fuck? As I'm trying not to be asshole sports dad, but is what it is. Let me text Jake real quick, and he didn't say he wasn't going to be on air, but what's new in the WWE? Anything fun?
Very much fun. So Saturday they introduced this new guy out of nowhere, and he got booed mostly because no one knew who the fuck he was, myself included. And he was on Monday night, and he was absolutely hilarious. He's so he kind of looks like a vampire, and he came out with like 8 dancing ladies in latex suits, like bodysuits, very like Munsters esque.
Okay.
But since then, I've been watching a lot of videos about him, and he's actually quite hilarious. And his name is Danhausen.
Just that. Is it Danhausen or is it just one word, Danhausen?
It's all together, Danhausen.
Hmm.
But he will tack on different words to Hausen. I believe that might be his real last name. I don't really know the guy that well, but I think that might be where that comes from. So he went to the general manager on Raw and he was like, I have some demand housings here. And it's just like he'll just throw shit in.
That's
He's
funny.
just so fast with the stuff that he says, and it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, Reed in the chat said Dan. He first said Dan Hausa, and then he corrected Hausen.
So I was actually Reed and I message a lot during the wrestling shows, and I was the first to message him to be like, I am so underwhelmed when it came out, and then I started watching all these videos, and I was like, I was a fool. How did I not know about this man? He's hilarious.
Come up. Yeah, who is this guy?
I told you it's very Munsters, and his music's reminded me of that. It's just very goofy, but he's fucking hilarious.
This guy?
Very yes, that's him. And so I kind of did my makeup like in ode. You can see the red on the bottom and the black. I was like, yeah, Danhausen.
You want to do the chest tattoo?
The demon chest tattoo, I'm good.
No,
I'm all set.
not
But
damn.
even his tattoos are like old school styled, and it just looks very cool for his whole aesthetic.
At first, I was like, he's kind of a small guy, but in reality, he's not. He just seems small
Right.
compared to the rest of the people, but he's actually
And
pretty built.
yeah, he is. You know, he's there for the talent.
And to be fair, the first picture that got
Yeah.
pulled up, he was like had his arms way out, so kind of
Yeah.
like,
That's his thing.
So like, yeah, but
But he has
interesting.
like a voice that goes with it. It's kind of like Krusty the Clown ish with the voice, and he curses people. So he cursed one of the guys Monday, and he lost his belt. So it's like, oh shit, this guy, you don't want to mess with this guy. But he was doing an interview, and this is what made me fall in love with them, or it was like a never have I ever or something like that. And one of the questions was, have you ever hit a parked car, and he asked the interviewer, "Have you ever been to Chili's? Have you had their chips and dip? Don't eat them while driving." And I was just like, "What the
Okay. So from what I'm seeing here, just briefly, it seems like he was in AWE or was it AEW
AEW?"
and signed with WWE, which was like a big deal, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And here's another article talking about how his merch sales are through the roof.
Yep.
I can see that. A guy like that's gonna have some pretty cool merch.
He does. He has very cool merch. But and of course he's been building his brand and the merch sales have always been high. And so yeah, WWE likes stuff like that. But I think they were already selling some of his stuff. I'm not sure. I don't know how this
Yeah, I
works.
don't know. But yeah, like here, like this picture came up, and I was like, he seems like kind of a small little emo guy. But then when you see him like normally, he's a pretty solidly built guy. Like small for WWE, but like still built, you know. But
Right.
like the pale skin on the white background's not doing him any justice.
Right. But like it just all goes to, to the character.
Hmm.
But he's very much like an R-Truth or even like a Santino.
Okay.
He's going to be a comic relief, which is much needed. Um, I'm really excited that they brought someone like this along. He's really, really fun to watch.
How are they setting him up to be like a heel or a hero?
Really nothing yet.
Nothing. He's just kind
Nothing
of
yet.
like
It's just
there.
kind of like, oh God, like who the fuck
Huh.
is this guy? So I don't really know where he's going to be at because he's going to be on SmackDown as well.
Okay.
So it's like he might go back and forth in between. I don't really know, but it's just so new that, and they milk, they milk their
So are they?
stuff. So
I'm trying to remember back to the days when I would watch. Like, has he had? I mean, I guess that he just signed with the WWE. Has he had like a fight or many fights, or is he more of like a backstage character kind of thing? Like they go backstage and he's like, I can see like with him, like somebody's like walking backstage and he's like pops out of nowhere. He's like, "Hello, John Cena,"
yes,
and like,
yeah, so they're definitely going to be doing that with him. But he does have fights,
mm,
like in AEW, he had his own thing, but again, he sticks to the shtick. Like I saw a video because my algorithm now is just a ton of videos of
oh, I'm
him.
sure now that I've Googled him tomorrow on Instagram, I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna be all this guy.
Yeah, but it's super entertaining. So at least there's that.
What's his name again?
But
Hold
there was one where there wasn't even a ring. He was on a stage, and like the audience was down on the bottom, and the guy he was fighting was down on the bottom with the audience, and he was dancing and doing the Pee Wee Herman dance to Tequila. Like they were playing the
on. Oh,
song,
nice.
and he was doing the dance, and like all the while he was like kicking the guy every time he came up to the stage.
Gotcha.
And at the very end, he jumped on him. So like like that, but it's just like the fucking Pee Wee Herman
Yeah,
thing. But
so
it
I
was
think right now they don't know which direction to take him, so they're just building the character, and then
yeah,
he'll have some like, and probably what like maybe late spring, early summer, he'll have some moment that tips off whether he's going to be the hero or the heel kind of thing.
yeah. I mean, I guess with the character, he's kind of I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea what they'll do there. But I think more of a comic relief. So I
Yeah,
don't know if comic reliefs are like the jesters. If they could be both. They might
yeah.
just depend.
I'm trying to
You
think
know,
like it's
there
been
might be
so
it might
long.
be like a bit of a gray area to where it's like if anyone pisses him off, he'll curse anyone, hill or not. So it's just like he might be in a league of his own.
Maybe
Uh,
I'm trying to think like who was kind of like that when I was watching it. Granted, this was 25 years ago, maybe, but it was like
right.
when there was a time when the Hardy Boys put on like luchador masks and pretended to be like Mexican wrestlers.
Uh huh.
I forgot what they were called. They called themselves, but like they do interviews and they'd just be like, "Si senor, si senor." They wouldn't actually say anything. And then like that went on for like months, and everybody like, "Who the fuck are these people?" And then like one match, like one of them got up and like pulled the mask off, and it was like one of the Hardy brothers, and did his whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Jeff
That's
Hardy?
hilarious.
Maybe I don't know. There's a
Uh,
Jeff and
Jeff and Matt.
Matt with their little
Uh,
gay dirty girl fishnets.
dude, they were
But
so
everybody loved him.
They were, yeah, they were great though. Like holy shit, but they were definitely of like the 2000 era
Oh
with
yeah.
the new age look, but
Yeah.
it was perfect. It set them
Yeah,
apart completely.
you had like they were on the forefront of like the emo craze,
Yeah, like that
you know?
alternative goth.
Because like right when they were doing that was kind of when you started seeing like the emo thing, the goth thing coming back.
Mhm.
I was hanging out with Delco Dan one time and he was telling me how he went to a WWE event when he was like 12 and he dressed up like one of the Hardy Boys and he's like, I've never seen my dad so disappointed in me. He's like, I had the fishnet sleeves on. I had like my face all painted.
Oh, come on now. That's adorable.
I know. I was like, man, I wish we had pictures of that.
I know.
Little 12-year-old Delco Dan dressed up like one of the Hardy Boys.
That is so cute.
Were they the Hardy Boys or the Hardy Brothers? They're Hardy Boys,
Big
right?
boys.
Yeah.
They still call themselves that.
Are they
They're
still
still
around?
wrestling. Yeah, they. I think they do TNA.
Good lord, they've got to be like in their 50s.
They just retired the Dudley Boys.
What is it? Devon and
Road Dog.
Road Dog, black and white, right? But they're brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Good lord, they got to be in their fucking 70s.
Nah, they're not that old. But like, I don't think they were like actively wrestling, but they had their last match with the Hardy Boys, and it was very emotional. I may have shed a tear.
I guess, because I guess when I was watching it, they probably would have been in their like 20s.
Well, Jeff started at like 15 or 16 years old. He was extremely young when he started. So, tack on 20, 25 years. They're
I tried to look it up and it's
pushing
like,
50.
Frank is 16 and Joe's 15. It's like, no, not the books. I was like, what?
Not the books. Shit, Matt has like 4 or 5 kids now, too.
How old are... I'm trying to find it, but he just gives me. Matt is 51 and Jeff is 48.
I didn't know Matt was oldest. Thought it was the other way around.
So, man, they would have been really young when I was watching them because
Yeah.
Jeff is, like I said, he's 48. He's 10 years older than me, and I was watching it when I was like 10 or 11. So,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But it makes sense him being that young and doing the shit that he was doing.
oh, yeah, all those, like, what is it? I can't even remember the name of their moves.
Swan bomb.
The Swan Bomb. And then I will say, I will credit the Hardy Boys for giving me my love for Latinas because they had that, like, one girl with them, Lita,
Lita,
sorry.
she was a redheaded white woman.
I know, but they played her off as Spanish.
Did they, Bill?
I don't know.
Did
Maybe
they?
not. All I do is she'd always come out with like her like the whale tail coming out and like low rise like patent leather pants.
Mm-hmm.
And we know what demographic of females wear that. The Latinas.
I thought it was just the early 2000s chicks, but sure, put that label on it. Even though she's a white woman.
Oh god, she is redheaded and white. Maybe I just grew up in a place that was so white that she was tan. I was like, oh, and had a big ass and like Latin.
Yeah, but even if you see
Now that I'm looking at her like at her current age, like, yeah, she's the whitest fucking chick on earth.
right? So like that's what I know of her. And so when you say that, I'm like,
Or I mean, maybe it's like she had the same kind of get up that they did, so maybe I just look back at her and being kind of like Chola looking.
you created it in your mind what you wanted
Yeah,
her to
yeah.
be.
Kind of like, am I allergic to cats, or I just hate cats so much that I've tricked my body into.
Yeah, like no, I'm
I,
totally
I
allergic.
wanted to be into Latinas so bad. I'd be like, this chick's hot. It must be Latina.
You just made her.
I willed it into existence.
Yeah. makes sense. I think we're onto something here.
I know. That's what one night we were joking. Me and my wife were talking about when we were in high school. 'Cause she's half. Her mom's Brazilian and her dad's, like an American mutt kind of thing. And I was like, "What did you put like when you're doing standardized testing?" And she's like, "I'd put white." And I was like, "Why not
Oh.
Latina?" She's like, I don't want people to think about it. He was like, "You would have got a lot more points added to your score."
Well,
And I was like, "Wait, you didn't put that you were Hispanic?" She was like, "No." I was like, "You've lied to me all these years. We're done. You're white."
Ah!
Ugh.
From now on, you're Hispanic.
There's another dumb white bitch. Fuck off.
You can't. I've lost all respect.
Now I can't like cutely look over all your dumb idiomisms or what do they call it? What is it?
Idioms.
Idiomisms. Sorry. Like I said, I took a bunch of Sudafed about an hour ago. So
you were close. You were gonna get there. That's hilarious. But to be fair, I cannot knock you for this because I actually have the same. I am the same.
you're into big booty Latin women?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, your girl in WWE is about as white as they come. They can't make them any whiter.
She's actually tan. She tans.
Well, she's Australian. We talked about this. I learned she's actually Australian. And when she's not in the whole thing, she just looks like some like really hot Australian surfer chick.
Yeah.
Granted, she's a little more built now than back in the day.
But yeah, she's naturally blonde, blue eyes, like for sure. But they dye her hair now. She looks a lot different. And she always wanted the tattoos. Like she was always like kind of alternative, but naturally blonde.
Yeah.
But yeah, she actually tans, and her husband have made videos where they're working out outside and she's just wearing a bikini as they're lifting weights outside because they live in Florida.
And this is on her Instagram?
Yes.
All right. What's her name?
Rhea. But Stephanie Vaquer, you would like her. She's Chilean. She got a big old peachy booty. And we made you watch The Devil's Kiss.
Yeah.
No. But she's a lot shorter. She's probably closer to my height.
Well, that's fine. My wife's 5'1".
Yeah.
So, and my wife keeps saying like, "Oh, we should redo the kitchen and do taller cabinets." I was like, "Why? So you can't reach the stuff on top of those shelves either? We have normal height cabinets, so you can't even reach that shit."
It's like, I understand it's for the aesthetic, but you need to realize what your day-to-day life is going to be like with that.
Yeah, she got on like a little step stool one time, and we were like kind of like face to face, and she was like, "Is this what it's like up here?"
she got like a fear of heights. Like, it's too high.
How do you handle being this far from the ground? I don't know.
It's true though. It is weird. Like when you get up to that height, you're like, "Oh, this is what." Ugh. But
now,
I don't know.
And we were talking about height. We were talking the other night because she has a customer at her work who is 6'4". 6'4" white guy, a firefighter. And I was like, "Isn't it crazy? Like I'm like 6'1", 6'2", depending on like which gas station I'm leaving at the time on the camera, But it's crazy how like that extra like 2 to 3 inches of height is so huge.
It's weird.
I look at 6'4" people, I'm like, God, like I personally don't feel like I'm a tall person just because I've just lived with this height for as long as I have. And
I don't think tall is anything over 6 foot.
Okay, well I'm like I said, like 6'1", 6'2". Like I hover in between, I guess. Like sometimes I get measured and I'm 6'1", sometimes it's 6'2". But like I see a 6'4" guy and I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're a monster. But it's only like this much taller.
I know, but it's all proportionate.
Yeah.
Longer arms, longer torso, longer legs. It's all displaced everywhere, and you're like, what the fuck? You need a bigger head. Like, everything's bigger in So it is a lot more dramatic. I dated a dude, loosely say that word, dated. He was like 6'7", 6'8". That was,
That's too
I
big.
didn't think he was 6'8". I went up to his nipples and I was like,
Yeah, my wife's a little
oh.
taller than that. She probably looks to be like right at like shoulder height.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy was tall and he threw me around like a rag doll and I was like, oh, I've never met anyone that could do that. This is
Like
fun.
in a good way or an abusive way? Or a little bit of both?
I mean, he was bipolar, so
Oh.
probably a little bit of both. It didn't
Wait, is
necessarily
this the
feel
person I'm thinking of?
huh?
Is this the person I'm thinking of? Like recent event stuff?
No. This
Oh.
was in 2009. I only talked to this dude for a few months.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
like, I didn't know he was that fucking big.
he was crazy. No, this dude was legit. Like, I am in danger. Um, but no, not when he was like picking me up. But he did kind of like throw me on the bed. But you're gonna do that. He did pick me up from my head one time, like holding my head and just bloop, and I was like, oh.
Did you at least get like a nice little pop? Like, ooh, God, I didn't know I needed that.
No, nothing like that. It wasn't that long either,
Oh.
but I was like,
Because my wife will have me do that. She's like,
wow.
can you like pick me up like either from her head? What she likes is when I get her like around the chin and lift her, like trying to stretch her spine out. And I'm like, I don't know if this is healthy, babe.
I like it.
Lift me
But
harder.
it is a crazy like strength of power of like, or at least that's how I felt. But I've always been have bigger, so people don't do that with me.
Okay.
I'm very heavy.
So what's the perfect height for a guy for you then?
Anything taller than me.
What are you? You're like what, like 5'3", 5'4"?
5'4".
Yeah, let's say you're a little taller. Like when we met, like a little taller than my wife, but you're still quite a bit shorter than I am. But not hard to be when
Right.
you're when I literally look like a white Gumby. If you paint Gumby white and put a beard on him, I'm super tall, super thin. He's like
Very
weird
rectangular.
gangly arms. Or what is it? Somebody compared me to the like the car wash, car dealer, inflatable crazy arm guy.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Wacky inflatable.
Yeah. What? I was trying to think of the Family Guy thing. It's like wacky inflatable flailing arm guy.
Witty inflatable arm flailing two men.
Yeah, that's how I look. If anybody's ever met me in person, you would agree. Like,
But right before this guy that was that tall, no, it was right after. I met this other dude, started talking to him. He was my height, maybe 5'7". So like I literally went, you know.
So what's too short? Shorter than you?
Yeah, I mean, I think a dude that's 5'3" would probably. I'm probably like.
Are you taller than Greg?
I don't think so.
Because like I've met Greg, and Greg, if you're listening, I love you. I'm not talking shit about you. Like you're a smaller guy, but you own it. I'll give you that. You fucking own that shit. But he wasn't like abnormally small.
No, I'm
Greg's
sure
got to
he's
be
like
like what? He's like 5'8", 5'9"?
probably a 5'8".
Yeah.
But I don't want like a dude that small that's a string bean either. It's like I don't want to be able to feel like
Yeah,
I can
if you're gonna be that small, you got to be you got to build out, right?
Yeah, right. So, yeah.
The chat says Greg alleges that he's 5'6". Maybe I feel like he's taller than that, but whatever. Greg's the man.
Maybe that's with like no shoes.
Even if he's 5'6", have you ever met him in person? That dude has fucking arms like tree trunks.
Yeah.
He's a pretty built dude for being that small. But I guess it's smaller, or it's easier. Not easier. I'm sure he works hard at it, but we're compact.
Well, yeah, you do see like smaller people getting a lot more built than the long, lanky. I think it's of course genetics are involved in that too, and how hard you work.
Yeah.
But it does kind of seem like there is an advantage to muscle
Oh
building.
yeah, trust me. I've worked out. I used to like work out all the time and be like, "Fuck, I'm not seeing anything." There, like all the trainers are like, "Cause you like your arms and legs are so fucking long. It builds out. Like
Yeah, it just gets longer.
one thing that I'm jealous of is people that have naturally good calves.
Dude, I don't understand that. Like I see dudes doing like the individual calf workout
Mm.
at the gym and I'm like, just get on the fucking stair stepper, my guy. Like
I've
that
tried it.
shit.
I've worked my calves so hard before, and it's like all they do is just get denser. Like they don't get any bigger. They don't come out from my leg. They just get harder. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's like
fuck. I've got these like weird little blade legs. I look like fucking that
yeah.
dude who shot his girlfriend with the little ting ting legs. You know? What's
You
his
would
name?
have to eat so much.
I think calves are one of those like it's pure genetics. You either got them or
Oh
you
yeah,
don't.
that has a huge, huge part to play.
Yeah, Runaway Slav. I'm sure you probably have fantastic calves.
Mhm.
I live in the Midwest. It pisses me off. We'll just be like walking around. There'll be someone just like fucking like guy who probably hasn't seen a gym in 15 years just walking around in shorts and he's got the greatest calves on the planet. God damn it. I want calves. But you can't get calf implants because apparently that's like one of the most dangerous implants you can get.
Not the guy from True Life or My True Life, whatever the fuck that
Oh no,
that
we
show.
used to watch. Me and my wife used to watch Botched all the time.
Uh huh.
And people would come in wanting calf implants, and they'd be like, "No." Like why? Like because they never work.
Yeah, it's it's too muscular of a spot.
Well, and I guess like you can't actually like attach it to anything, or like it's hard to get it like firmly attached. And it's your leg muscle. You're using them all the time, whether you want to or not.
Mhm.
Like I've seen them do bicep implants. But the guy's like, "Oh, I don't work out, but I want to have big biceps." So like, okay, like we can attach it in a way, like as long as you don't work out, like it's not like you
Yeah.
really use your arms that much, in that way. But like calves, like you walk around, like there's like a 70% chance that like they just come undone, and next thing you know, your calf implants like around to your shin, or they rupture, and that's a big deal.
But that's also like one of those things where it's just like, oh, you want calf implants? Here's a referral to a psychologist. Like,
Well,
something
most people on that show, I'm like, they don't need a plastic surgeon; they need mental help.
right. They need a different kind of doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they also, I don't know if you've ever seen that show. They do ones where people like went and got some like, oh, I went and got like lip filler in Cabo or something. And it's like, oh yeah, they filled your lips with cement. So cool. We got to cut your lips open and reconstruct this shit. Or people, a lot of them were like girls that were like teenagers in the 90s and wanted like I call it like the Whoville nose.
um,
Like the little like ding 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 point, like really small and pointed, and now they're in their 40s. They're like, I hate this fucking nose.
so like the Michael Jackson nose.
Yeah,
That's all in my mind.
they're like I can't breathe through it. It's like it's just literally just something stuck to my face.
Ugh. No, 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 no.
Or the people that wanted like watermelons for boob implants.
That one's wild. But you know they do that, and I mean I don't know where these ladies are now, but like the ones with like the crazy massive. It's just like I'm pretty sure they do go out of the country for
Oh, they
those.
have to.
Like
I would assume like,
no one in the
well,
U.S.
I'm
is
sure
doing
there's
that.
somebody in the U.S. would do it, but that was their thing. A lot of times
Mm.
these chicks would go to Mexico and get these like massive fucking implants, and they'd be all fucked up, and then they'd have to go to like
Mhm.
Botched. They're like, oh yeah, there's a reason why we don't do these implants. It doesn't make any sense for your body.
Yeah, and also look at you, like oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, if you didn't have your boobs, you'd be 90 pounds. You're 130, but without your boobs, you'd be 90.
Yeah, I just I don't understand. Like, you can't sleep like that. You can't drive. There's so many things you cannot do.
Yeah,
Let's talk about something else. This is putting me off, man.
putting you off. Why? Because you wanted big ones. They talked you out of it, and now you realize they were right.
No, I got exactly what I wanted.
Huh.
Thank you.
Do they? I was before we we'll change subjects before we do this because me and my wife were talking about this.
Hmm.
Like when you go in, do they have like sample sizes
Hmm.
to put on and you put your shirt on and stuff?
Hmm.
Because my wife was like, I don't know, like if I got a boob job, which she actually said she probably doesn't want. She actually wants to get a lift. She actually likes the size of her boobs because they're small, but they match her frame very well.
Right.
You know, but she's like, I know they're gonna ask. Like, do they just say like shoot a number and I'm like, okay, or do they actually like let you try on stuff to see if you like it?
Oh yeah. Um, so but I did a ton of research when I was looking into it, when I got serious about it, and found somewhere, I don't know if it was on Reddit or what, but it was like you can actually test at home with rice. So I got some pantyhose and cut the feet off, and it said, so many ounces or like a cup equal this many cc's.
Right.
So I got to do like a rough measurement that way, even before my consultation. And so I already knew going in around what I wanted, which was around 500 for me. Uh, and yeah, they did have the samples, but so with the rice and with the silk, because it's an actual implant, it looked goofy as all get out. The implant did, and I was wearing like the same sports bra I was with the rice, and I was like, that looks really dumb. Like I don't even like yeah, like it's so distracting to me that I can't even like focus on the size because it just looks so weird. Um, so I'm glad I did the rice route because that was better than what I got there. I can't explain why. I don't know. I was wearing the same sports bra. It should have flattened it out and been fine, but it just looked goofy.
Well, sports bra is not really like. Is that the best measurement of? Because they're very compressing, right?
Well, the one that I was is not. It wasn't. It was kind of loose at the time, so I just wore it because it was comfortable. So it wasn't like super compressing, but it held it in decently to give it the correct shape. But for the silicone implant, for some reason, I don't know if it was heavier or just like the way the bag, I don't know.
So
And I
yeah,
still have the picture. Like I have a mental,
in
like
the
it's not my phone,
in
but I
the
have like the mental image. It's like,
in the
yes.
group chat, everybody's like, it's called a consultation bill. Like, sorry, I don't know. I've never went in for a boob job, but I did put this in the group chat. Like I've talked about it. When I was 15, I had like my chest reconstructed.
Yeah.
Um, so even like
Yeah.
that is probably like my chest is probably like my biggest like self-conscious thing because I have this dip right here. I don't know if you can really see it on air with the gray, and it went in
I
like it still goes in, but it went in like probably 2 inches deeper, and they corrected that. So even like at my biggest, when I was like doing like boxing and shit, like my chest muscles
mhm.
were big, but because of that, like you never really saw it. But after I had my chest surgery, um, the procedure, though like fairly normal, doesn't happen a lot. So when I got it done, uh, I was like 15, and my parents got a phone call from like some plastic surgeon in our town offering to give me pec inject or pec or implants. My
That's
parents were
weird.
like, "Fuck off." So thank God it
Yeah,
didn't. It'd be weird.
like that that's way too
Not to
young.
mention I was 15. Like,
Yeah.
hmm,
I mean, he might not have known that your
who knows? They
age.
probably just saw. Well, that surgery, me being 15 for that surgery, I was actually one of the oldest people at the time to ever have that surgery done. They typically do it at birth, or not at birth, but like when you're really little, like when you're an infant, they do it because it's really painful. They say it's like at least at the time it was like one of the most painful surgeries after open heart surgery.
But I mean,
because they literally go in and they break all your ribs, and then
Yeah.
they put like this titanium bar underneath it to set it all. I was in the hospital for like 6 weeks, and then had to stay out of school for like another 6 weeks after that. Yeah,
Damn.
and ugh, I remember I was in the hospital on Christmas Day because we did it over Christmas break of my freshman year of high school. So I probably wasn't even 15. How old would you be then? Like 14, 13, 14?
14, yeah.
And this is when portable DVD players just came out.
Yeah.
And by portable, I mean it's like bigger than most fucking laptops now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, sweet. But it had
Not the
one.
screen, of course. The screen wasn't as
No,
big
the
as the
screen was
laptop.
like this fucking big,
Yeah.
you know? But it was in this box, and the box had one of those like sleeves over it.
Uh-huh.
You know, so it's like, oh, awesome, and the box dropped out of the sleeve right onto my chest, and that was the first time I ever said "fuck" in front of my parents. I was like, "Fuck."
Well, you know.
Oh, they did. They're like, "Oh my god, are you okay? Are you okay?" I was like, "I think I'm okay," but that really fucking hurt.
Yeah. Like,
And then it was just like, click. Oh, okay, now it's better.
yeah, right. It's like, is my button on? Is the light on?
Yeah.
Naked.
Is this epidural still in? Dope. Click the button.
Epidural.
Yeah, I had an epidural.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
In your
In my back, yeah.
chest?
In my back. I had that for like 3 weeks while I was there.
How high up was it?
I'm trying to think, like maybe, like probably halfway. I'm trying to think, 'cause I do recall like the sensation of them pulling it out.
Interesting.
Because after the surgery, I was kind of unconscious for 4 or 5 days. Like I'd have spells where I'd wake up and then they'd just hit the button and I'd go back to sleep. And that was probably 4 or 5 days. And then I had it in for another like week and a half.
Interesting. I didn't know they did a. I mean, makes sense. I've just never heard of anyone getting an epidural higher, other than in pregnancy.
Yeah, no, I had one. I had an epidural. I had a catheter.
It makes sense. I mean, like you were just completely numb, like just couldn't feel.
Well, yeah, the first couple weeks are kind of a blur, really. And then once they took the epidural out, I was still on some pretty heavy painkillers. But man, when they wore off, I knew it. But they were pretty quick to be like, bink.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't let that pain set in. That's the worst thing you can do is let the pain set in because it's better. That's what's hard about taking medicines. It's like, no. You might feel okay. Take it fucking now.
Probably one of the worst ones. Actually, like looking back on it now, the pain I was feeling now that I'm a parent doesn't compute to like what I feel like my mom went through. There was one night, so I got lucky. So when I was born, I had it. And the hospital was like, "Oh, like it should be fine. Don't worry about it." And then once I got older, when I got to be like 7th or 8th grade, I had a lot of trouble breathing.
Breathing, yeah.
And a surgeon friend of ours, like my mom was saying, like he's like, he's like playing paintball and stuff, but like he says he has a really hard time keeping his breath. But I was like, I was a fit kid,
Right.
And he's like, well, like, have you ever looked at his chest? And we went and got an x-rayed, and my heart was like into my left lung to where my left lung was at like 20% capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And then also what they were worried about is every time I'd try to breathe in, my lung would expand and press down on my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So that wasn't helping.
So to put it into a perspective here, you said it was 2 inches deeper.
Yeah, it was deep.
Normal?
I could do what?
I said 2 inches deeper than like a normal sternum.
So like, I mean, you can kind of see it now. I got a lot of hair now, but it was still like concaved, but it was 2 inches deeper than this. So like, I could probably put my first 2 knuckles into it.
Yeah. So just to put this into perspective, you're supposed to do CPR right above the zygomatic bone, which is like this little, looks kind of almost like a tailbone off your sternum.
Mm-hmm.
So right there is where we do CPR. You are supposed to compress 2 inches on the sternum
I'm
to get to
so
your shit was already.
Sadly to say, I don't wear. I'm supposed to wear a bracelet that says that because normal CPR won't work.
Yeah.
because my
Like,
sternum
so
it
just
still
to,
dips
like,
in.
for everyone listening, to put it into perspective, like, his shit was already 2 inches down. You're supposed to hit 2 inches down when you're doing fucking CPR. Like,
But yeah,
things were compressed.
I got really lucky where one of like the 3 surgeons in America that like specialize in that surgery was like in Greenville, South Carolina, so like 45 minutes away from where we lived.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one night, so my parents, like I was in, like I said, I was in there for 5-6 weeks, something like that. And my parents would kind of switch off of who stays with me. So I'm sure like my mom one night was just probably fucking exhausted and she's asleep on the couch. And I wake up and I'm in so much pain, but they had put the button right in the center of my chest. So like I couldn't get to it. So I just remember like screaming, like trying to get to it, like just screaming for help for so like a nurse or my mom or somebody. And she was just passed out. And
Oh
she
my
woke up.
God.
I just remember I was like, why are you crying so hard? Like, it's fine. It hurts, but it's done. Now, as a parent, I can see being like, oh, fuck, you know? So it was rough.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun. But, anyways, let's get to the question this week. Enough about me. You know, I don't like talking about me that much, you know?
Neither one of us are like that. Isn't
Yeah,
that
we really hate just talking about ourselves. We're more for the people, you know?
really, though? Really?
So the question this week, again, I always forget what the fuck I put down. What was the go-to party song in high school? Charlie, what was yours? Do you remember?
I didn't go to parties in high school, so I don't know.
Loser.
But I did go to parties my first year of college, and that was Drake.
Ugh.
I can't remember the song though.
Hotline
Oh,
Bling or something like that.
let me look it up. But I think it did come out in like 2009. Drake and Lil Wayne, and there
Oh,
was
right above
always,
it?
huh?
Right above it?
I don't
Dun,
know.
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun. Oh, I love that song.
yeah, that one. Last name ever, first name
Greatest.
greatest.
Like a
But
sprained
there
ankle,
was so
boy.
many different remixes of the same songs that they would play. So yeah, it was a lot of stuff like that. And then I remember TikTok by Kesha came out, and that was another one.
Oh, yeah.
I remember listening to that, going coming here to Lubbock, going to my first club. And I was 18, so I couldn't drink. But almost everyone I was going with was 21,
So you were
so they were
drinking.
drinking. But one of the guys was still 20, and they were giving him drinks, and the bartender caught his dumbass, and he was like, "Quit fucking drinking." That was fun.
All right. So, first one. Trap Queen. Isn't that song like pretty new? My kid listens to that song.
Wait, how old are you?
Trap Queen? The one by Fetty Wap? Is that what I'm thinking of?
I have no idea. I've never heard of this before in my life. I mean, that's the only thing, like, 2015?
Okay.
Fuck, right. 2015.
Well, listen. Okay. I mean,
That was
I
10
get
years
it. I'm
ago.
old. Well, okay, fine. That'd be. I graduated in 06. So, yeah, like you're, what, 9-10 years younger than me? Fair enough. That song's that old. My kid just introduced me to that because he wants that on his like pump up list for hockey, and I was like, "Oh, Fetty Wap, really?" And I heard it, I was like, "Okay, I can get behind this one. It's a pretty good one."
I don't know if I've heard it. Maybe in passing.
It's got a good beat. Like when I heard Fetty Wap, I immediately go to like that like Xanax rap shit, you know, kind of like Migos,
The mumble rap.
mumble rap. Yeah. Hold on. I didn't know that song was that old though. Why can't I find it? Hold on.
You didn't get a copyright strike.
It's a good one. I was expecting more like My Chemical Romance, not Fetty Wap, but okay. Look, all right, next one. I Spy.
Skip.
What is that? Hold on. Now I'm in. Is this like some gay boy band shit?
I like how they didn't give the artist just
I
the
Spy. The
fucking
one I
song.
found, I Spy by Kyle. Hold on, let's see if I can find this one. Yeah. Nah.
That sounds like the shit we would listen to.
Yeah, I don't know that one. White Iverson.
Oh my gosh.
Who is that? I know that one. Hold on.
Post Malone.
Post Malone. Man, is our audience is a lot younger than I thought it was.
Right. You did say high school.
Right.
Who the fuck are these people?
Not having garage beers with your neighbors, right? Like, what?
You're definitely not people in the chat.
Right. Next one. Congratulations. Another Post Malone one. Damn. Cottonmouth Kings by SRH. I feel like once I look this up, I'll know what SRH is.
That sounds familiar.
Or no, so Cottonmouth Kings is the band.
But yeah, okay.
And what
That's
was
okay. Yeah, it's like country, I think.
SRH? Hold on. Cottonmouth Kings. I can't find that song on here, but I guess. I'm guessing Cottonmouth Kings sounds very country, so. Let's
I
see,
think
what's
so.
their top song? Wind Me Up.
All right, there's a little more funk than I was
Yeah, it's a little
expecting.
funky.
Well, we couldn't have been more wrong about that, huh?
Not country. Huh. Interesting. I might have to look them up. I like the beat. Usher, yeah.
See,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Warrant G, Regulate. Somebody a little older than me. Regulators. Good song, though. Sipping on some syrup. He said syrup, but isn't it scissorp?
I think so.
Sipping on some scissorp. Who's that? 3 6 Mafia?
I have no clue.
Really? I think that's 3 6 Mafia. Yeah, 3 6 Mafia.
Yeah.
It is actually called Sipping on Some Syrup. But yeah, 3 6 Mafia made a big comeback when I was in high school. Because they were like 90s rap, and then like early to mid 2000s, they had a bunch of good songs.
I saw an interview GCJ was talking about Slob on My Knob, and that was like the only song from them that I know. But not do I just know it, like I know all the fucking words to it.
You don't
And he was
know,
like, I
ever
couldn't fucking
since
believe that people like this.
you don't know, ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar. Been popping my collar.
No, it's I know some of their songs. That's the only one like I listen to the point where I know the lyrics to it.
I was definitely a double popped collar kid. With my puka shell, my frosted tips. Jaeger bombs, Jaeger bombs, Jaeger bombs. Oh, okay. This person is definitely older than us. When the Lost Boys came out, every bonfire party had "I Still Believe" by Tim Capello.
Hell
I
yeah.
still believe.
This is a friend of the show for sure if they know that.
Oh yeah.
Well, or maybe it just be a coincidence because we fucking love that shit.
Oh,
That is an
like I'll
insight
have my
thing.
I'll have my like Amazon Music on random, and that comes on. I'm like, oh.
Just fucking,
I'm like going for the button, but I'm like, no, let it play.
it pulls you in every time. You're like, yeah.
Still believe.
I
In the
love
car,
the.
no hands on the steering wheel, playing the saxophone.
uh, I love the part in that movie where it just shows the two guys like head banging. It's like
Yeah,
no one would head bang to this, but it
right.
just I just love
Yeah,
it
I
so much.
feel like that was maybe cut in afterwards.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, like they made the scene and they put the song in. Project X came out when I was a senior. Every party played Heads Will Roll and Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, dude, Pursuit of Happiness. Yeah, that was another
But
one.
in Project X, Pursuit of Happiness by Kid Cudi, they had a remix. It was a little more upbeat,
Yeah,
which I like that one more. I like the original one, but for a party mix, the like Project X version of it, it's a little more, it's a little
yeah, the
faster.
remix of it.
And then Heads Will
But that's
Roll is good.
I always love that song. So that song came out in like 2005
Pursuit of
by the Yeah
Happiness.
Yeah Yeahs.
Oh, the yeah, yeah,
No, no,
yes,
no.
yeah. Heads
Heads
Will
Will
Roll.
Roll. Maybe not 05, maybe 06. My like young boyfriend at the time, we were both like 14. He fucking hated that song and I loved it so much. And I always remember him giving me so much shit about it. Like it's ingrained in my fucking memory. Fucking love this song. And like even to this day, I'm like, I still fucking love this song, you
Oh yeah,
asshole.
that's another one of the ones that comes on. I'm like, nope, we're gonna let this one play. And then by the end, I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Up with your head.
And I'm in the car doing like the Miles Teller dance from
Heads
fucking
will
Project X. Head will roll.
roll.
There was it. They're like they got the baseball bat and they beat that gnome to death. It's full of fucking ecstasy.
To be fair, I think I only watched Project X once when it first came out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
great movie.
So I don't exactly remember it.
Whoever posted this, obviously a girl, and didn't go out much with guys. Gunpowder and Lead by Miranda Lambert.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a good song, but who hurt you?
Country people. You know,
Yeah. I do
stuff.
like that song. I actually came on the radio the other day. I was like, oh fuck, I haven't heard this in a minute. It's good.
Yeah.
Do you remember this one? Miss New Booty.
I found you.
Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. Rocking everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me. That was high school for me. It was Miss New Booty. It was Miss New
Mm-hmm.
Booty or The Carter by Lil Wayne. I think it was on like The Carter 2. Do you remember that one? The Carter?
Yeah.
Ladies
Ooh,
and
gold
gentlemen,
digger.
pimps and players, half-ass represent true rhyme says. Yeah.
Yeah.
Helena by MCR. I was an emo kid.
Hell yeah.
You know what? Funny enough, I had never heard that song until probably like 6 months ago.
What?
Yeah. I wasn't like
Oh,
I wasn't
no.
like, you got to remember. So when like My Chemical Romance was big, like that, I was in the middle of like the teenage emo scene and I wasn't
Yeah.
emo. So I thoroughly rejected it, except for Black Parade, obviously. So I just never listened to it. Now I'm like, fuck yeah.
For shame.
All right.
See, I would thankfully got oops, fuck my hair up. Yes, yes, it's beautiful. um we had Fuse, the channel Fuse. So like you were never going to hear this kind of stuff if you only had MTV. But Fuse had all the alternative shit. That's where I first, saw Helena and all of the great like fucking the used all that I got. Holy shit, I was obsessed with that music video, but I would turn it on in the morning and listen to music while I was getting ready. And that's where
Gotcha.
I found that at. So if it wasn't for Fuse, which was like the alternative
Yeah.
music network,
Yeah, I think wasn't it like owned by like TNT or something like that?
I don't have a clue.
Huh.
I
I
it was just a
remember I
happy
remember
accident they
Fuse.
even added it. Do it.
I remember Fuse, the
Yeah.
channel. And
So that
then
was where I saw a lot of that, like the Killers.
oh
Oh
yeah.
man, the Killers were big. Um, Panic at the Disco.
Yeah. Probably at the time, probably the only Panic at the Disco song I knew was what was the big one about the wedding?
Yes, that one.
I joined in with a hammer. What's it called? I
I
can't
write
remember.
songs, not
Yeah, I write
tragedies.
songs, not tragedies. But then later on, like they released an album. I mean, fuck, I say not long ago, but it's probably been a while now. And I was like, oh, Panic at the Disco. Like I should look into them. It's like, yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they had.
Last one, showing my age, but the rhythm of the night.
Oh, that is perfect. I fucking love all those
This is the
90s.
rhythm of the
I didn't know
night.
they were all fucking European.
Oh yeah, they're either European or Latin, and they're all just like. And
Yeah.
like when I hear rhythm of the night, I just think of like sweaty people in Miami in the '90s.
I think of, is it Reebok and Nike? What? Is it Reebok and the Nike? What is it? This is the rhythm of the night. Ah, it's like this dude that didn't, know the song, couldn't speak English, was calling in requesting it, and the
The
guys
Reebok and the
deciphered
Nike.
his Reebok and Nike.
He's probably like,
To
yeah. So here's the rhythm of the night.
Though they were all like, yeah, like cheering because they figured it out and they were all excited. It was hilarious. All those fucking songs.
But yeah, I
They're
just
a part of my regular
yeah.
uh
So my wife is
lineup.
from Miami originally, and like whenever
Oh really?
we went on vacation with her mom, who's Brazilian, but like kind of like grew up in Miami, like moved to Miami when she was like 14 or 15. That's the
Okay.
music she plays constantly. Is that like '90s Miami club music?
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it gets annoying, but there's some I'm like
Dude,
still
it
bangs.
still goes so fucking hot. I love it. I would rather listen to that. And that is what I do to this day. I listen to older music. I do not listen to anything new. I don't reject it, but I'm just more interested in
I'm very
that.
much that guy, that meme was like when I put my library on shuffle and it's like Mozart and Tupac and Haley
Yeah.
Williams and like all these people. Like that's me. Like it's the most random as fuck.
And it's the best thing in the world. And we are so fucking lucky to be able to do that. Like, this is the first time in history that we've actually been able to have such a wide
Yeah, let me
array
see.
of music at our disposal, to that we can put it in a playlist like that or a generated playlist for us. We are so fucking lucky.
I
I am
have
so fucking
on my
lucky.
Amazon playlist or on my Amazon library for Amazon Music, 'cause that's what I use. I've got 3,192 songs.
Yeah.
There are times it's like, oh, that's a good song. Download it. I'll listen to it for a little bit, and then
Mm-hmm.
it goes into the list. And then every once in a while, like on a long road trip, it comes up. I'm like, oh fuck this one.
Right.
But nothing
Yeah.
better than hold on.
Dude, I went and watched the Horny Wuthering Heights.
Do they have that song in there?
No.
Oh damn it!
But like listening to Kate Bush, like they started playing a lot of Enya, and then so I started listening to more Enya, and then from Enya started playing a lot of Enigma. Dude, I've been jamming to Sadness, which is like their
Oh yeah.
Gregorian chant.
Sad.
And like today, that's what I was listening to was fucking Enigma, and I was going to send in our group chat a message, be like, Bill, I can't stop listening to this, and it was an Enigma song. And then earlier today, I was listening to one. It was called TNT for Your Brain. I'm like, Enigma, you are something else, and I love you. Like, so all these
I know
90s,
sad. I can't think of it right now.
it's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
I love it. So I've been listening to like the weird 90s, whatever the fuck that is.
Ah,
Like, oh, I love
c'est
it.
toi. Is that one?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
To where it's just so deliciously, our childhood.
Oh yeah. Waking up at 2, you leave the TV on 2 in the morning. You wake up and it's Pure Moods commercial.
I always loved that commercial because it had the unicorn running
Yeah.
through the forest, and I was like, "It's a
Yeah,
unicorn!"
that's Return to Innocence. That's the music video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I love that.
Return to Innocence. That's what I spam everybody with on
But
our
then they
group
also
chat.
had it oh, what was that movie with Chevy Chase and Jonathan Taylor Thomas? Man of the House?
Man of the
No.
House. Yeah, where like he has to do the like the Boy Scout camp thing with like his
Yes.
girlfriend's
They
dad. But that
yes,
also,
they
I remember the
played that
trailer. The
song.
trailer to that was "Everybody Dance Now," or what? "Gonna Make You Sweat" is what the song's called.
No, it was Everybody Dance Now.
Yeah. Well, no, the song that song is called "Gonna Make You Sweat."
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
that's
all right,
funny.
my hind teeth are floating, so let's hop off of here.
Okay.
And we just started the pit, which I'm now addicted to, and I'm on Sudafed, so I'm tired as fuck. So, anyways, this has been the Nooner Nation. Tell your friends, like and subscribe on YouTube. For Charlie, I'm Bill. Love you guys.